Making movies is all I've ever wanted to do, and I have allowed myself excuses to not do it for years and years. Oh, I'm too busy, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm not good enough, or this project isn't good enough, or this writing isn't good enough. It started to really weigh on me. It got to this point of like, I can't move on in my life until I do this. It's time to make a goddamn movie.
We got pain incoming!
And that is where the exciting and hard stuff starts.
Yeah.
So first, I looked at myself and I said, what is the thing that I have to share that I can match with the form of the visual storytelling I want to make? I live with chronic pain. I have ankylosing spondylitis. It is an inflammatory disease. I can't see my pain. Other people can't see my disease. So I give off the impression of being a very able-bodied person, that I have nothing wrong with me. But inside, there is this huge conflict and turmoil every single day. This is a story that I've wanted to tell for a long time. How can I visualize that which is impossible to see? And for that, I turned to genre. I worked on the script on and off for about a year, and it just began as a collection of scenes, as many visual metaphors as I could think of. A fight with an invisible man, lighting myself on fire, things that did express what it felt like to live with chronic pain. The journey of the story is one of conquering your demons, of accepting this terrible thing and still having the strength to look at it face to face and decide what you're gonna do about it. The things you love ultimately are more important than the things that hurt you. I gave the script to our producer, Nick, and the budget came back at just high. I mean, I'll say it because it's ludicrous. I think the first budget we got came out at like $350,000. We're like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go die. It wasn't feasible. When you're making movies, restrictions are important. By having to rewrite the script to find a more reasonable budget, it forced me to revisit it, do it again, make it stronger. I would say, okay, how much would it cost to do this? Let me try and write the scene that way. Okay, we have this location, maybe this scene can take place here instead. Just finding creative solutions that kept the heart of the piece intact and allowed us to do what was important elsewhere. This is a crazy, ambitious short film. The short is a very shameless collection of just different genres and my favorite directors, people like Michel Gondry and Spike Jonze, but also Sam Raimi and the Coen brothers, and just a whole bunch of wild styles, a lot of looks, a lot of locations. We needed to find one location that could be several locations at once for us. We found this place in downtown. It's called Willow Studios. It has a bunch of different floors with a bunch of different sets. From there, it was time to put a team together, and that's when it gets fun. First thing we do is bring on our producer, Doug. He is incredible. After meeting with several DPs, I really connected with Topher Osborne. He is an incredible, incredible director of photography. We both really gravitated towards this idea of simplicity of shooting, not doing coverage for coverage sake. Coverage is when you shoot a scene and you have your wide and then a shot and a reverse shot and then a close-up. Shooting all the angles, we'll figure it out in post. With this, we both gravitated towards this idea of only shooting what we needed and nothing more. Many of our scenes were single takes that had to transition in and transition out, and if you that up, then it doesn't work. My production designer, Jazzy, is the bomb, just bursting with energy and ideas. She saw my vision from the writing immediately, and then some. She was able to just take the kernel of an idea and evolve it so much. From the beginning, Athena was the only costumer that we had in mind. She and Doug go way back, and when I saw her stuff, it just blew me away. After weeks and months of prep, it was time to start shooting. We were originally ready to start filming on October 1st of 2022, and then some stuff happened and we decided to delay it. No reason. No reason in particular. We bumped it a couple months. Day one was so exciting to just get going.
This is the epitome of a film set. No smoking, ashtray. I love it. We're doing a good movie, I can tell. I know.
early call. We were all here at 5:30 in the morning.
Usually is that you give it a little tilt so we see this a little more.
Sure, so how's that look right there?
Sorry.
Yeah.
What you're about to see is the boardroom scene where Zach explains his pain as if it's a PowerPoint presentation.
And eyeline, I'm kind of looking right there. In addition to writing and directing, I also gave myself the task of starring in this. I've entered my next look, which I kind of am calling Drunk Weatherman. You know, I look like I'm... Oh, today's gonna be windy. Don't worry about it, we got it. I don't love acting. I don't think I'm the best at it. I wanted to be the one in front of camera because this was my story. I feel amazing about everything except for the fact that I'm the one that we're filming. I've spent a ton of prep time thinking about the script and the visuals and how it flows and what it looks like and what colors are in each scene and weaving that through. And it wasn't really until last night, I mean, don't let anyone hear this, but it wasn't really until last night that I started seriously thinking about like me on camera. Oops, oh, I gotta figure out how to act. I know how I want it to feel in my head, and when you know how you want it to feel in your head, there's a temptation to over-deliver that emotion. So I'm really trying to be small, and I'm trying to not act as much as humanly possible.
Guys, trying something for the first time. I forgot my second cue, so that was on me.
I was able to get a lot of my very talented friends in this. Jimmy Wong as the obnoxious worker.
Zach asked me about 2 months ago if I'd be interested in spending all of my holiday break filming with him, and here I am, it's Christmas. It's crazy that we're working today, but you know what? Anything for cinema. No.
Eli Henry as the doctor.
A lot pages.
The very funny Zach Evans as a robber. Jared Popkin, my muse, as a variety of roles.
Have you ever acted for Zach before?
Played his penis once.
How was that?
It was a day. It was a good time.
And our very own Miles Bonsignore.
Have you ever put on one of these?
No.
Okay.
Marissa Rivera, who I cast as my wife.
I'm playing a Staten Island 1950s housewife. These are one of my 2 dresses here.
I did not cast my wife as my wife. She was salty about that.
I like auditioned and he laughed. I'm like, I live this role. What are you talking about?
It's your story.
It's my story. How dare he?
She can't do a 1950s accent, so get over it. And then throughout, I just had a bunch of friends doing favors, coming in for small roles. It was really a delight. And of course, the most important, we had Jack McGill as stand-in #1. We look nothing alike, but we're sort of the same height. So I am in front of camera, but I'm also having to make decisions behind camera. We would have Jack get in, we do all the lighting tests, and I would go, wow, this looks perfect. And then I go in and I film it, and then I go back to Video Village and I go, I liked it better with Jack. And I'm like, should we make it Jack's movie? I think he's really killing it. It happened like a couple times and my DP finally was like, it looks good with you, man. We move over to the office to do one of my favorite camera bits in the whole movie. It's kind of this Spike Lee shot he does in a lot of his movies where the character is on a platform and floating through space, but we had the idea to make it our own, to have the desk floating with the character as well. So we have this really cool dolly where I'm gonna be on the dolly with my desk, and so I'm gonna be floating. Everyone else gets blurry as I float away from them. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And we need 2 people on a comforter.
Day 1 ended with my favorite visual trick of the piece. It's a very Michel Gondry moment where you're looking at a character laying in bed and then elements pull away and you realize that character has been standing up. So Jared and Jack, you guys pillow here, pillow here. On action, blankets can shimmy down. Pillows, you guys go woo.
Yeah. And the mattress gets pulled.
Mattress will go that way. Does it look natural if I'm like this?
I liked it better when you were straight up.
Copy.
Mattress, pillows, blankets.
I need a moment to take in the box before you're there.
Here we go. Pictures up. Let's roll sound. Action. Good. All right, so there's there's some things there. There's some things there.
Sorry, play it one more time for me. Right here, I think we need to buy ourselves a beat where light goes on, I look, beat, hey buddy. Yeah.
Action. That was it. That was amazing.
Yeah, I did. All right, that's a wrap on Pillow Gang. You know, the opening of this movie is a bunch of different scenes, but they flow together really seamlessly, and I wanted it to feel like this dream that the character is living in and we're living in. It's kind of meant to represent those moments where you're floating through life.
Cool. Thank you, everybody. That's a wrap on us today. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for a great day.
All right, Zach, how did day one go?
At risk of being too sentimental, it's like just all I've ever wanted, and it feels so good. Anytime you make something, there's an inevitable heartbreak when you actually start to edit it together and then go like, this isn't what I thought. But right now I feel good. Yeah, I feel really good. I'm very proud. We got a lot of awesome stuff, and we have so much more to go. We have so much more to shoot. There's so much crazy stuff in this movie. Welcome to day 2 of Pain. It's early, I'm tired. Day 2, we begin with the most intense scene for me as a performer. You know, the whole movie's playing with horror, but it's never meant to be scary. It's supposed to be over the top and fun, but this is the one scene that is meant to feel tense. So we have this incredible monster costume.
Hey, I'm Athena Lawton. I'm the costume designer for Pain, and I designed the Pain monster. Zach had a lot of references for what he wanted this monster to look and feel like. We parsed through this huge list of references together, and then I came up with something that I think is pretty unique.
I mean, that's a crazy question to ask yourself too, right? What does your chronic pain manifested look like? For the texture of the monster, I wanted something that was hard to define, but also sharp and scary. I wanted a monster that was really minimalist.
We talked a lot about the monsters from Attack the Block and how they have this spiky fur, and that sort of jagged outline and edge of the silhouette is reminiscent of the feeling of pain.
But where those are kind of these like compact bears, I wanted this thing to have a variety of shapes, to have these big long arms, be on all fours, and then suck up to be really tall.
And then we also talked about Alien and the multiple layers of mouths. I love how it turned out.
And to bring that monster to life, we had one of the most gifted physical performers that I've ever met.
I'm the monster.
It's me. Hi. I'm the monster. It's me.
That's right. Let me pitch this on you. Instead of the costume, I just do this.
I think that's great.
That's good, right?
Yeah, I mean, once we get into the costume, I think we can figure out the physicality.
Yeah, I'm getting monstered up. It feels good. I feel like I'm about to go on stage and like descend from a skyhook. And be like, yeah, Moscow!
You ever played a monster before, Miles?
Only on the tripod.
Only yes, we're not doing that joke.
Boom!
There you go, that's it. Okay, so let's try that again. So,
Yeah, Miles, I just want you to remember, like, this is like a really kind of serious, emotional, you know, I'm kind of bearing my soul here, sharing about the thing that keeps me up at night.
Chronic Pain, the musical. You should just call it Autoimmune Update 4.
All right. Genuinely, Miles was fantastic in figuring out how this thing would move, ways to make it look menacing, but then have it turn and to make it look like it was becoming more docile. Think of like a creature right before it's about to pounce. I mean, it's like my cat before he's about to play chase. But what would be cool is if you are bigger than the door and then kind of shrink your body in and go into gorilla mode. To have a creature that can go from like, you know, a 6'5" bean sprout to like 6'5" wide. Awful. Yeah, awful. That already, yeah, Miles, yeah. Look at that booty.
no, don't do that, please.
Hole in one, mate. Yeah, we're doing one take wonders out here. Studied at Juilliard. Come on down. Oh, I'm a monster. Yeah. Keep it right chilly. Oscar coming to me. Tony, right in the bunger. Emmy, yeah, take that too.
This scene is, you know, coming face to face with your demons, with your pain. I had to show that pain. And I stepped aside and I tried to get into the zone and I said, what's gonna make me sad? What's gonna make me cry? And I turned to Miles and Jonathan and they were like, you know, it really helps me sometimes to listen to music. Find a song that gets you in the mood. And so I listened to the final song from Hamilton. Specifically the part where they say, the orphanage. It actually then made me laugh and I was like, God, you're so corny. And then I was in my head and I'm like, no, I gotta listen to something else. So then I listened to film scores. We are ending our day with several hours in the hallway. They're building a hallway right now. It's this decrepit hallway that's falling apart. That's where we're doing all the Sam Raimi horror motifs, lots of active camera. The thing that I was the most excited for as a director in this entire short was the hallway. This space very clearly is a visual metaphor, and Zach is waking up into it like a dream, like a nightmare. You don't know if it's real or not, and it's not until he finally returns at the end that you go, oh shit, this thing is a real place, and what's downstairs? The hallway itself is gothic. It's sort of inspired by some Guillermo del Toro films. It's meant to feel otherworldly, like a portal between our world and this Spanish Catholic horror. But then the visual style, super inspired by Sam Raimi. Kinetic camera that's moving, and it's creepy, but it's funny, and it's over the top. I said, no matter what else happens, this is where I'm gonna be able to show my stuff. Yeah, I think like something like this. Basically, we want camera, lights, fan, all at the same time. There's a lot of choreography. The lights, the camera, the performance, and props all have to be in sequence, so it's really time intensive. Like, we start in the medium wide here, and we're just gonna be blowing debris as we go. The opening shot, we were playing with the vertigo effect, sometimes called a zolly. It's where you're dollying one direction and zooming in the other. The effect makes the world feel like it's elongating or shrinking. The first frame of the movie to just feel this disorienting feeling. Nothing in the hallway was simple. We had so many technical difficulties.
So I was talking to Stunts, and for us to pull him through the door, we kind of would like the door to open this way.
It's more important to me that the door opens towards the hallway than it does to get him sucked through there. This is the black abyss and this is the hallway. Yeah, the door should open this way. Opens into the hall, even if that means that we don't have the ability to suck him through the door. We went behind schedule in the basement scene because I was trying to be an actor. And now we're in the hallway, the thing that I've been looking forward to the most. And before you know it, my assistant director Will comes to me and says, hey, we've got an hour to get 8 shots. That's not possible. I mean, doing 2 shots in an hour is ambitious. Now I'm faced with this impossible question. How do you take the scene you were most excited to direct and change it to make your day? If you keep people too long, now you have to push the next day's shoot, and you also run the risk of losing your crew. We moved as fast as humanly possible, and what it meant is that I had to really direct and perform that scene by instinct and trust. It was do it once, check it out, give a note, do it twice, move on. You know, I had to cut some shots from those scenes, and I think that was the first real moment that challenged me as a director. How you respond in those moments is what ultimately defines if you're good at this job or not. Hey man, welcome to the final day. Why don't we get an extra mat or just fold this up so we don't walk on white?
Yeah, we'll do that right now.
Obviously this is my house. Kind of. Final day was filming at my house. We had a huge backyard barbecue scene. Yeah, I mean, that was challenging because we're now working with a big group of people. So when you open it, like imagine like, and then like give it a second, and then you're just gonna kind of.
Okay.
We got about maybe 70% of the shots back there. I had to cut some stuff. Everything in the reality of production is compromising your vision. It's just time and resources, and oh, we thought the sun was gonna be over here, but now we're 30 minutes late and now it's over there, or oh, this thing broke. Like every force in the world is trying to change and compromise what you did, and so you as the director need to think about what can we lose without the whole thing falling apart. It's like Jenga. Directing is Jenga, and like I've just had to be like, okay, we can move that block, we can move that block, lose that, lose that, lose that, we still have a tower. But if I move the wrong block, the whole thing is gonna come crumbling down. We ended on the 1950s scene. It is the wackiest scene in the movie. The costuming and set deck is a send-up of, you know, 1950s B-movies.
This is a robbery!
I think we're gonna wanna just cheat the bed.
Oh
no! Don't you? The last shot, I mean, it was honestly kind of melancholy. I was sad that it was over. You know, you build this super intense rapport with the team that you're working with, and then it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a picture wrap on sound!
Thank everybody for making me look better than I am. We all hugged and celebrated. It was a really special moment and not one that I will soon forget.
Just got accepted into my first film festival.
Let's go!
Gonna premiere at the Fantasia. This is crazy.
Bienvenue à Fais-moi part Fantasia.
I'm pretty stoked. This is like a real festival.
Hi, I'm Zach Kornfeld. I'm here with the short film Ouch. It is hopefully the most fun movie about disability that you'll see tonight.
This has been a dream for so long. I mean, it's such a delight to see this thing that is just in your imagination that you're giggling about alone at your computer, fully realized and brought to life by someone standing in front of you.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy and enjoy all the great films in this block.
Premiering at somewhere like the Fantasia Film Festival, getting to watch it with other people was so meaningful. But now is the most important part. I get to share it with you. From here on out, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the world, and I'm excited for people to get to see it. Hold my mic.
My mom would kick my ass if she saw my shoes on the bed.
You should find a new mom, I guess.
She's a great mom outside of the beatings.
Jack's upset.